Hi, and welcome to my podcast. I am More Than Enough, hosted by me, Elvis Kaviruka. Thank you very much for taking time to listen to this intro to my podcast. Thank you. So, as the name suggests, I am more than enough is something that I truly believe. Deep down, I know we all possess a supernatural essence that goes beyond just being enough. Sad truth is some of us experience our lives never knowing this truth. And some of us even exit this life having never experienced a full life or the potential of what a life could be. So the realization for me was a bit tough to come to this knowing or this understanding. It came to be when I decided to stop drinking alcohol once and for all. The exact date was May 28th, 2020. Still remember the date. The reason I remember and the reason why it's such a moment is because I knew that if I had not stopped drinking, I would not be here. My life, honestly, depended on it. There's no other way I can put it. It wasn't anything that came out of a realization or making a health decision. I just had to do it because I knew my life depended on it. So I want to take time to offer my gratitude to everybody who's got me here. First and foremost, my family, my loved ones who've loved me into being. We've been through ups and downs, and I know that I honestly would not be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I try to tell this to you as many times as I see you, but publicly, I just want to acknowledge each one of you and say thank you. Thank you for being there for me, and thank you for saving my life, for lack of a better word. Secondly, I want to thank the amazing friends that were courageous enough to talk to me and say, hey, man, you got to take care of yourself, knowing full well that this might affect our relationship. So I truly, truly appreciate you guys. Thank you. And above all, I want to thank my Heavenly Father, because I know if it wasn't for Him, if it wasn't for His love, I honestly don't think that I would still be here. So thank you. Thank you. So the intention of this podcast is to share the tools that I've picked up along the way on my journey to sobriety from alcohol. Beyond that, the podcast is to make a safe space to navigate mental health using tools such as psychology, neuroscience, spirituality, interviews, and guests who will help me amplify this message. But above all, or the biggest reason as to this intention of starting this podcast is to help at least one person. At least one person. If this podcast can impact one soul, then it'll have all been worth it. Because not long ago, I was that person. I was that person that needed to hear certain words or needed to be told that it's okay and to hopefully get out of the pain and the darkness that I was in. So that is my absolute goal, to help one person. If I can help more, then that'd be even a bigger blessing. I would like to conclude by dedicating this podcast to someone very special to me. This is someone who unfortunately not long ago passed away. This is my brother, Manis Uwobahorana. Our dads are brothers, so I've always called him my brother. We're cousins, but I've always called him my brother, my little brother. I've known him since his mom was carrying him back, probably just a few months old, teaching him how to ride his bike. and watching him become an amazing dad of two beautiful, beautiful boys. And the reason why I'm dedicating it to him was because I don't believe I would be here or doing this if it wasn't for him. After he passed, I asked myself, what is one thing I can do? What is one thing I can do just out of this confusion and pain? And out of the blue, the idea of a podcast came, and it was just clear as night and day. I never intended to create a podcast. Never. But the reason why Manis has inspired me so much was the person he had become before he passed away. He was such an amazing dad. He had become even kinder. Not that, he could be kinder. He was such a kind and caring person. But he would always reach out and encourage you. He would always give you words of encouragement, words of affirmation, words of love. And a beautiful thing that we had, at least for me, was this monk, these reels that he would send of this monk on Instagram. He would send me these reels. They're just always inspirational, always touching, always would take my breath away, and I'll step back and reflect. And it's something beautiful we did, and to this day, I still send them to him. To this day, I find myself DMing him these reels. I know, I'm well aware that he may not receive them in the physical. Who knows if he does, but I'm confident he receives them in the spiritual. And it's kind of our way to, at least for me, to continue, just communicating with him. But I know that his death was not in vain. And I'm hoping that starting this podcast and reaching out and helping folks like myself who are in so much pain would be a wonderful way to honor his name. So my brother, you will be forever missed. Until we meet again, I'm going to keep doing my best to serve and to help here as much as I can. We love you, miss you, and hope to see you soon. God bless.